team banned.
Hello everybody, my name's CulBlu and I totally just hit the wrong button, but you guys don't know that because I just told you. Darn. Anyway, my name's CulBlu. I'm bringing you guys a Sunday Evening Cup series. This will be the second game that I'm casting today. I'm also studying on the side while I'm casting, so if we have any downtime, I'll be staring at some flashcards. But I have zero downtime right now because we're jumping right into this game. StayFree versus Sorry Me Feeder. We saw Sorry Me Feeder play last game. We saw StayFree's performance last time. I actually think they won last week's SECS. Spoiler alert for all those who were wanting to watch that, but you should go watch that one first. Not too sure. I need to go check the brackets. I should know since I'm the admin of everything. But hey, I have excuses. I have other things to worry about, like people dying and people being angry. Which this week wasn't that rough. I'll let you guys know that. It wasn't that rough. So actually, hold on. Holy crap.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, whew. I was about to freak out if my open mic wasn't on. Man.
Reserve time.
Anywho, bans and picks. We see bans. Lich first ban. Venomancer first ban. Venomancer, I still don't think he's one of those people who's first ban worthy, but apparently I don't know what I'm talking about. I know nothing. Jon Snow. So Venomancer definitely has something going for him if he's first ban worthy. But we also saw the Lich first ban last time, so apparently something's broken with Lich. I'm not sure what it is. I thought that when they changed his deny, that it was possibly more weak, so he'll be even less liable to pick, but apparently he has something going for him, so I actually need to go look that up. Go to patch. Looking up on my second monitor, because I have two monitors, and I feel like a boss. But as far as the rest of the bans, we see an Abaddon ban and an Elder Titan ban. Elder Titan just very annoying, free damage everywhere, free damage for you, free damage for you, free damage for you too with Astral Spirit as well. So having him banned out basically means I don't have to worry about that Echo Stomp. They also don't have to worry about the Astral Spirit or Split Earth. I mean, just don't have to worry about him in general. And also, Natural Order, man. Remaining. Natural Order, talk about something that just turns a team fight on top of his head. Losing every single bit of your primary armor, just your base armor, and also your base magic resistance. It's ridiculous when you get to late game. Especially considering the fact that it's 100% of your armor late game. And if you have a whole bunch of agility, it don't matter. You ain't got none of it. None of that for armor. So that's one thing that always makes Elder Titan very scary in his team fights, which is why he's ban worthy. Moving on to the picks, we see a Rubik pick, Bane pick, and a Batrider pick. Not on the same team, of course, because that'll be a pretty cool team. But anyway, Rubik and Bane, two supports that can work in either aggressive or defensive type lanes. I'm assuming that they'll be playing an aggressive tri lane. That's just me thinking. Basically, Bane can throw a Nightmare, Rubik can throw telekinesis, or telekinesis to Nightmare. It could be a whole slew of combinations that they can throw up between the two of them.
Remaining.
But on the other side of things, we see a Batrider pick up and also a Naga Siren pick up, and I'm actually very afraid right now for Sorry Me Feeder, mainly because Batrider, I mean, we all know he kidnaps people. That's his job. His day job is to fly a bat that poops fire and spits out oil. You might want to get that checked out, and also steal people. So my fear of the supports right now are basically that Sorry Me Feeder are going to have Bane and Rubik die every single team fight because Naga can net something like a Bane or something like a Rubik, and Batrider can just casually burn them to death. He doesn't have to attack them.
10 seconds remaining.
Goodness, or heavens forbid that he throws out sticky napalms on those guys and just throws right clicks. That will hurt a lot. Remaining. Although they did nerf his damage, I will admit that, but still, he can still do a whole bunch. Anyway, let me not linger on that too long. Naga Siren plus Batrider, pretty solid pickups. Naga is a very solid support as of late, which is funny because she used to always be a carry. Batrider, still potent, despite all the nerfs, despite his vision getting reduced down to below ridiculous, he's still too powerful to pass up. Moving over to the dire sides, ban or Sorry Me Feeder, we see they picked up a Visage, or they banned out the Visage, they banned out the Shadow Fiend. I'm actually kind of sad to see Shadow Fiend banned out so much. I kind of want to see him played, but Shadow Fiend kind of fits into one of those one category. He just goes mid, snowballs, and kills everything.
10 seconds
gets a Shadow Blade, maybe gets a Blink Dagger or BKB. You know, depends on how you feel, depends on his mood. But having him banned out means that you won't have that well, not really reliable. But yeah, reliable. You won't have that reliable source of damage when you hit that mid game or late game coming from that Shadow Fiend. So you have to find it in other ways, such as a Razor. If Razor can get his damage up, then he can definitely fill that role. But last game, we actually didn't see Razor do all that much. It was all about the Doombringer, and as this lineup is looking very familiar, deja vu. I want to say that much, but Razor really nice versus the Batrider. But before I talk about that, let me talk about the bans on StayFree, because they banned out a Darkseer, very solid offlaner, and they also banned out a Doombringer. So they've been doing their homework, guys. They were watching last game saying, hey, your Doombringer got way too much. We don't want him in this game.
10 seconds
Doombringer can basically throw his ulti on top of Naga Siren, make her not able to pop her ult, which would be devastating for StayFree's potential to be risky with their team fights. And he can also drop his ult on top of someone like Batrider, which will just make him not able to pop his lasso at a critical time, or maybe even throw it on top of a carry that StayFree want to potentially go for, such as a lifestealer, such as a Gyrocopter, such as somebody who's just a carry. I don't know, an anti-mage. Definitely not Mirana. Moving back over to the Razor pick though. Razor versus Batrider, I like that matchup a lot, mainly because, or for Razor that is. Mainly because Batrider, what he wants to do is he wants to get a Blink Dagger 4-staff, he wants to blink forward, lasso you 4-staff away, and then pull you into the worst position possible. If you have Razor, Razor does have that unstable current, which does affect people that affect him directly. So someone like a Naga Siren or a Batrider. I think
10 seconds remaining.
I think her net is, no, it's never mind. Is it point target?
5 seconds remaining.
So I think Naga's net affects it too. So basically, whenever Naga wants to throw a net or Batrider wants to throw a lasso on top of Razor, they get slowed up significantly because of the unstable current. It does go back into him as pure damage, which basically means it hits him. Oh, sorry, it goes back as magical damage, sorry. But it purges them. And we got a Bristleback pickup! Oh my gosh, guys! I am excited already. Screw Elder Titan when you talk about bonus damage. It's all about that Bristle. And Bristle's basically, sorry me feeder say, hey, you can ban out our Doombringer, but you're not going to ban out our life. And we got a DC coming off of StayFree already. That Rage DC. Looks like no issues coming up from my side, so everything was set up properly. But Bristleback being picked up, I am extremely excited because he got some buffs. I forgot what they were. It was something about his snot is a little bit faster, so he can just throw a little bit more. He can get like one extra stack of Warpath, I think.
5 seconds
something like
remaining.
that. But Bristleback, talk about unexpected amounts of damage. He just does ridiculous amounts of damage, especially if you just let him casually cast all his spells at once. With that Warpath, it's a very deceptive thing. He's kind of like Elder Titan, like I explained last time in the last game we had, where he just basically throws Astral Spirit, gets a whole bunch of bonus damage. Bristleback does that in the form of his Warpath, and I'll talk about that a lot more in the game. I definitely will be sure to touch on that. We see Alchemist picked up by StayFree. Alchemist is one of those carries who can hit his stride a little bit earlier on. He can go late. He essentially technically goes late, but he goes late early. So he goes earlier.
5 seconds.
If he can get the room to farm, of course. But Alchemist being picked up basically means that these guys do have to always worry about him. If he does decide to go for a Shadow Blade mid-game, let's go fight everything type of Alchemist, then he can become a nuisance for these guys. And we actually see an anti-mage ban on the side of Slimy Feeder, and that, I think that's one of the weirder bans I've seen so far. Either they're trying to leave somebody very powerful still in the pool, or they're trying to
10 seconds.
Or maybe they're seeing some next level Dota type things where you have an anti-mage plus a Mirana plus an Alchemist on the same team. That would be extremely greedy if StayFree did go for that, because anti-mage, he's not really helpful to his team until he gets like the 40-minute mark, because he needs his battle free, he needs his actual damage items to actually do anything. And Alchemist, same thing, same story. He's not really, well, he can, like I said, he can hit his stride a little bit earlier if he can get the room to farm, and if he can get maybe a Hand of Midas plus his last hits are going perfectly fine for him. But even with that said, I still see that it could be as being extremely greedy to go for an anti-mage. So that ban, I question that ban a lot. Maybe they see something I don't see, like a Bristleback doesn't do well versus anti-mage type thing, or not sure. But that does leave Puck and Queen of Pain in the pool, and Puck can definitely still be picked up. Razor's probably going to run to mid though, or Bristle. So I guess Puck and or Queen of Pain are going to be picked up by Slimy Feeder, but then again, they could, I mean, it's all kind of things you can do with that lane. Bristleback can run a tri-lane and probably still do well, especially with the Ro8 plus a Bane. That's like a lot of snot that Bristle can get stacked up on top of him before they start running away. A lot of negative armor. Or a lot of quills. And we got a Prophet being the last ban out by StayFree. That would have been a nice pickup. I did not consider that, but that would have been a nice pickup to just push around the backside. So, some next level thinking coming from these guys. And here we go. I was looking at the buffs for Bristleback. There we go, Bristleback. Attack
10
point
seconds
improved
remaining.
from blah to blah, so his attack point's a little bit faster, which means he can get more
5
attacks in.
seconds remaining.
I'm assuming, or maybe it doesn't take him as long to wind up, whatever that means. Viscous nasal goo is now
Reserve time.
dispellable. Oh, that sucks. Viscous nasal goo cast points improved from that to that, so I think that means that he can get more snot, or he spends less time like snotting and everything, skinning everywhere. Warpath max stacks increased from 5 to 5, 6, 7, and Warpath stack duration increased from 10 to 14. So that basically, I think it's basically making it more consistent with his cool spray, because I think his cool spray lasts for 14 seconds or something like that. Oh yeah, cool. Look at that. CulBlu knows what he's talking about. Oh yeah, time to party. Sadly, I don't have a face cam, so you guys can't see me party. But even if you could, you say, CulBlu, please stop embarrassing yourself and everybody in your family, and I would agree. I would agree. So Bristleback basically has more potential to have more damage. I don't know of any other way to say that. Ooh, oh my gosh, a Broodmother! Come on, Broodmother! Fingers crossed for Broodmother. I want to see her climb trees. I have yet to see Broodmother climb all over the trees. Like I've heard people talk about it. I've seen pictures of it, but I haven't actually watched her in action. But
5
where would you put her?
seconds
If you pick her up on the side of Sorry Me Feeder, they won't have room for her because they already have somebody who wants to stay in the lane, such as a Bristleback or maybe even a Razor. And just having somebody parked in that lane, they're not really doing anything for your team. So yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense to not have her. I can dream, can't I? StayFree, they do have the last pick. Windrunner was a pickup by Sorry Me Feeder. Nice support to throw into this whole entire thing. They have a nice little tri-lane type thing going on, or they can have a off-laner and the Windrunner plus a tri-lane with the Rubik, Bane, and Razor.
10 seconds
Or,
remaining.
alternatively, they could have the Razor run mid, have the Bristleback and the tri-lane with the Rubik plus Bane, and have the Windrunner in the off-lane. Or, guys, there's more. That's right, guys, there's more.
Reserve
They could
time.
have Bristleback run the Suicide lane, tri-lane with Bane plus Razor, and Windrunner run the off, or run mid. Yeah, that works. Windrunner can run mid. They can just run all over the place. Essentially, Razor, Bristleback, and Windrunner, and even Bane to a certain extent. Actually, everybody on that
10
team can run
seconds
mid.
remaining.
Rubik not as powerful as a mid, so probably wouldn't want to see him there. Bane,
5
same thing.
seconds
Razor,
remaining.
and depends on how your game's going, but Bristleback and Windrunner,
Crystal Maiden.
the more levels you give them, the more damage they do, so I do like those two being picked up. So really, Sorry Me Feeder have a very ambiguous lineup, which might come back to haunt them later on. But StayFree, there's more straightforward. They have the Bat Rider who needs his level 6 and also needs a 4-staff plus a Blink Dagger. Mirana, she's probably going to be rolling around. Alchemist, he's going to be farming up everything. And Crystal Maiden, she's going to be a little aggressive early on, which I think is the right thing to do versus this lineup. Because Razor, he has a static link, sure. Bristleback, he has Snot if he does decide to go for that, or Quills if he decides to go for that. But until they actually get their levels to where they become a little bit more dangerous, such as if Razor has a static link plus his unstable current, or maybe even his plasma field, I don't really see them punishing StayFree for going a little bit early with that aggression, with somebody like a Crystal Maiden who can just throw a
10
Frostbite and
seconds
potentially catch a
remaining.
kill on top of somebody, or throw a Nova and get a nice little AoE slow on top of people. So
5 seconds remaining.
we'll see very soon, guys. We'll see very soon, because it's called the early game for a reason. That's right, guys. It will be here soon. It will be here soon. So, last into the night, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. And while I'm doing that, let's go ahead and bring up the introductions, because that's the most important thing to do. Always introduce the players. Let everybody know who the heck is playing, because these guys are going to be famous one day, guys. And actually, StayFree, I was just looking up some stats on them. They did play in a cup. I forgot what it was. I closed my tab already. Sorry, guys. But I just remember Dignitas. They played against Dignitas in a nice little best of 3. They did lose 2-0 versus Dignitas, but they still played against Dignitas. That means they can compete at that level. They can get ready to fight at that level. As far as Sorry Me Feeder, I did not complete my research because I had to hurry up and hit the play button. Because I forgot I was a lobby leader again, and I almost left everybody just sitting there. So I had to hurry up and do that. But anyway, I'm pretty sure they've competed at relatively notable tournaments as well. So anyway, let me go and do introductions. Like I said, starting off on StayFree, we see Zai on that Bat Rider. Moving over to this Mirana, we see Inso on that Mirana. Moving over to his Alchemist, we see Corey on that Alchemist on this Crystal Maiden, the one, the only Potato on that Crystal Maiden. And last but not least, on this Nagasar, and leading the charge, we see Uptown PPD Baby. It's almost like PPG, but upside down. Is it PPG? Or I don't know. But we will see. We will be seeing a clash here very soon. We got Bane throwing the Nightmare already. He's going to be catching the Nagasara. Nagasara going to eat a little bit of snot on the backside. She's going to be getting cut off. Chris made that's all the Nova slows that everybody on the backside. That just might have saved the life of the Nagasara, because I think if Razor would have gotten in range, he would have threw a static link, and he already does have a point inside of it. So nothing too bad. I mean, just a little bit of mana used by Crystal Maiden plus Bristleback plus Bane, but that's really about it. Nobody dying just yet. And the lanes are going to be matching up to be what I would expect to see them be. Bristleback, is he going to run off lane? Yes, he will be running off lane.
The battle begins.
So that'll be a good place for him. We have the Bane is going to be hanging out mid with the probably Razor. So Bane, Razor mid, and Rubik's going to be heading on top of Bristle. So off lane is going to be Windrunner and... Okay, never mind. The lanes weren't as obvious as I thought they were going to be, guys. Sorry. I was trying to play it off, but CulBlu can only do but so much, guys. I can only do but so much. So yes, introductions, I gotta continue with that. Starting off on, moving over to the side of Sorry Me Feeder, we have Erkin on that Windrunner. On this Razor, we have Butt Slut on that Razor. I don't know why, that's a little too fun to say. On this Bane, we see Macromaniac on Bane, and on this Rubik, we see the D2 Sheriff. So he's obviously the second one, not the first one. And up top, last but not least, on this Bristleback, we got the one, the only, Space. And we shall see how much Space actually gets for himself with that cool spray. I was trying to say cool space, but that didn't sound right. So as far as the actual matchups go, we got Bristle versus a Barrow up top, essentially. And you also have the Rubik here to help out, just in case. And actually, Barrow's being a nuisance right now with that, with those illusions. Just use them to try to steal some last hits, get some auto attack damage with Rubik. And now Rubik eats himself a nice little sticky napalm stack. Barrow does have Firefly. He's gonna go ahead and go for it. Telekinesis from Rubik on top of Barrow, and Barrow's gonna go ahead and pull himself, and he's trying to get the kill on top of Rubik. If he was able, if this Bristleback wasn't here, this Barrow just might have been able to get the kill, but instead he does drop himself, and he dies in a very, very snotty affair. And there you go, guys. That shows you the power of Bristleback's new buff. That snot, you can stack it up really fast. Before, I think it was like maybe a 1 extra second to tick between all the snots as far as how much you could actually apply. But he can basically just toss them up all day. Meanwhile, now Bono got Windrunner going down, Tri-Lane dead. So both sides, Suicide Lane's not having too much fun. And that is actually not good for either side, but luckily it's happened on both sides, so it's a little bit even. The advantage does go to the Dire though for now, because they do have only 2 people there to take all that XP, as opposed to having the Radiant split it between 3 people. That said, the definition of a offlane is usually somebody who can just survive. Your goal in the offlane is not necessarily to win your lane. Your goal is not necessarily to get a whole bunch of last hits. Your goal is to collect whatever XP you possibly can and then not die. If you can just not die and then keep the tower alive for maybe 3 or 4 more minutes than it would have been if nobody was there, then that's perfectly fine. You've done your job. Your offlane duties are fulfilled. But if you do die in the offlane, you do technically lose your lane. That is not what you want to happen, especially not when you have somebody like an Alchemist down bottom, or you have someone like a Bristleback who is probably good, or who is more likely going to be playing the carry for his team, who can just get ridiculous. I mean, it's not only that Bristleback will be able to do a whole bunch of damage because he can just spam the crap out of his spells, but he'll just be so damn hard to kill that it's not going to be funny. Especially once he gets something like if he gets a Vanguard, he'll be hard to kill. If he gets something like, if he gets anything that gives him strength, he'll be hard to kill because his Bristleback works that way. Basically, it literally just blocks or reduces the damage that he takes from his backside by 40% at max level, which means that, I mean, it essentially increases his HP by 40%. That is exactly what it does. So if Bristleback just stacks a whole bunch of HP, you can throw whatever you want at him, he'll block 40% of that. If Bristleback decides, excuse me, if Bristleback decides to stack a whole bunch of HP and also stack a whole bunch of magic resistance, I mean, he'll just be able to just not die from spells. If he does the same thing for armor, he'll just not die if you hit him from the back. Lols. But basically what I'm trying to put, the point I'm trying to get at is that Bristleback, he'll just be so darn hard to kill. And oh, by the way, he's a strength hero, so for every point, or for every point that he puts in strength, he gets extra damage, which means that if he just builds something like a, wow, sorry, drawing a blank. If he builds something like a Heaven's Halberd, he gets a whole bunch of damage, a whole bunch of HP. It just matches extremely well with him, and he gets evasion. And I think that might be his main item of choice. That would be my item of choice. But hey, then again, I'm CulBlu. I'm not the best player in the world. I'll admit that. But a Heaven's Halberd would be really nice. But looks like he's going to be going for the first of his
Dyer's
pieces,
bottom
as looks like
tower
be a
is under
Vanguard. I'm not
attack.
too sure if that's what that's going to be. Meanwhile, on top, Naga trying to come around the corner, not going to be able to find a net potential or net engagement on top of his winner. She is playing a little bit far back, so Erkin playing really cautious, does not want to go down again. Speaking of things that are going down again, we got Bane coming back up, and we got somebody running back away.
Dyer's
Razor,
bottom tower
butt
is
slap,
under
trying to
attack.
get out of there. Meanwhile, top lane completely abandoned by the by the Bat Rider. He's died once, and he doesn't want to die again. He wants his Blink Dagger, and that is it.
Dyer's structures are
But
fortified.
pretty much in this lane, it's going to be really hard for Bat Rider to actually do anything. So that's the logic behind why he actually just completely
Dyer's
abandoned
bottom
it.
tower is under attack.
Bottom tower going
Dyer's
down really
bottom
fast.
tower
5-minute
has
tower.
fallen.
Not too surprised. Nobody's really defended it. I mean, yeah, shows the Windrunner here, but she's really just there to collect levels. She did go down one, so I guess that does mean she technically lost her lane by my definition. But even still, not too horrible. Alchemist Hand of Midas is up, so that means he'll be able. He's going to start collecting his gold here very soon. Just start making gold, making it rain from blood. It's kind of creepy. There we go. The first victim. Now, here's the thought. Actually, no, before I do that, let's go and look at the last hits. You see Bat Rider has 27 last hits. That is very, very, very deceptive because those last hits do come from primarily jungle creeps. He was definitely not getting that much or that many last hits in the lane. But, oh, that's another thing too. Yes. Perfect. Cool. I'm glad I remembered what people talked about. So basically, with this whole new change with the camps, basically about having the medium camps or 2 medium camps here, it just means that it's going to take Bat Rider a little bit longer to get his levels up. When this camp was a small camp, whenever Bat Rider did his little firefly between the 2 things, going back and forth and killing the creeps, it killed the small camp a lot faster. It gave Bat Rider his levels. But now that these 2 are medium camps, yeah, sure, it'll kill him eventually, but it won't kill him as fast, and it'll just make it a little bit more difficult for Bat Rider early on to actually farm all this. But later on, though, it will help him out a lot because that fire, it is at level 2, it is doing quite a bit of damage, and there we go, everything's dead. So Bat Rider's just like, hey bro, you can change the creeps, but you can't change my farm. But overall, it does make Bat Rider initially not able to actually do all that firefly, or I'm sorry, do all that well with this firefly between the 2 camps. Of course, now, like I said, he has more fire, he has more HP, so he can actually do that. Going back and forth and kill both his camps, but it's sadly not stacked yet. So no stacks. Whoa! Sorry, man. This border. Alright, so take a look at the items. Bristleback already has himself a Vanguard, so he's already hard to kill. This is not necessarily the perfect timing, but probably one of the best timings, other than perfect timing, to have a Vanguard. And I think the perfect timing to have a Vanguard would be like, 2 minutes. But hey, I mean, that's just me being extremely picky, guys. Bristleback definitely got that Vanguard really fast. It will be really effective. Arrow from Mirana does fly, hits on top of Razor. Razor does have his help in the form of Bane, and Bane's just trying to wait for the Nightmare. Throws a Nightmare on top of Mirana. Crystal made a follow around the backside, trying to get a Frostbite. No Frostbite for her. She lost vision, and Mirana gonna throw another arrow here very soon. Just chunk another arrow. Why not? It only has a 17-second cooldown.
No.
Meanwhile, on top we got Space and the Sheriff. He's just collecting levels. Bristle, it's kind of hard to say that Bristle needs levels. Yeah, okay, I take that back. He does need levels. He wants his Quill Spray, he wants his Bristleback, he wants his point in his snot, he wants his Warpath. Bristle wants every spell that he wants, or that he has, essentially, so he can actually do some damage and kill people. That said, speaking of killing people, we got Blood Sweat on that Razor, gonna be going down. It did go to the Mirana. She was able to pick up the kill on top of that. 248.5 gold to Gryffindor. Meanwhile, on top, we got Bristleback and Rubik casually pushes his tower in. TP did come in from Zai on that Bat Rider. Not gonna be able to do much, but he does have a Blink Dagger now, and it is revealed. It has been revealed. Down bottom, Corey on that Alchemist is farming on the way and rotating to the side. We got Invis Rune up on Uptown Baby. Just gonna casually walk away. Doesn't want none of this, because if he does take a step a little bit too close, he just might be dying very soon. Throws out his Riptide, and Rubik steals it. That's gonna be really nice for Bristleback when these fights do break out. These guys do decide to try to go for Bristleback. Bristle just get the negative, or Rubik would get the negative armor on top of him. Bristle would just get all the right clicks in the world, and it just hurt him that much more. Riptide does reduce you, or at this level, does reduce the armor by 3. And actually, hold on, maybe we got engagement have on top of Mirana. Mirana does have a leap, so she can't leap if she needs to. She will not be leaping. She's gonna go ahead and casually walk away. Just a casual stroll away. Leaps back towards base. She wants to get out. And up top, these guys keep getting really close, but nobody's
Radiant's
really
top tower
dying.
is under
Not
attack.
just yet. It's not as dire as I want it to be. But hey, these guys are close by each other. These guys do look like they want to jump into a fight. So while these guys decide whether they want to kill each other or not, let me go and take a look at the levels, because I want to see how the supports are doing. And we see Rubik is actually really doing well. Him and Bristleback have been having this whole entire top lane to themselves. It is a XP farmer palooza up here. Rubik, like I said, he did, like we saw, he did steal up the riptide. He's actually going to try to throw it. We got a beautiful engagement coming up from Crystal Maiden. Nice little sneak around the backside. Rubik is going to be the first one going on. Crystal Maiden going to go ahead and start TPing now. She knows she can't really rely. Bristle kills her before anything happens, and now Bristle's going to go full man mode. He's going full retard, guys. Batroid ulti does fly. Bristle's going to be getting pulled towards it. He's going to not be taking it from the back. Oh man, that came out wrong. But Bristle does go down.
Double damage.
Bristle does go down, just causing a whole bunch of trouble. If only he had enough HP to actually survive all that, he just might have been able to give himself maybe potentially a triple kill. But Batroid are able to blink in, get the lasso off, and keep it from being so unruly, and the Irishman is dead. I think he's Irish. Or Scottish. But I don't know, British? Bristleback is British or Australian?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I don't know, guys. I'm so confused. Meanwhile, in Alchemist Land, he's farming himself what looks to be an armlet. So, Armlet Alchemist, okay. What things can I say about Armlet Alchemist? Well, it gives him strength. He gets regen. He gets some attack speed. I don't know, guys. I can't really speak too intelligent on Armlet Alchemist because I don't see it all often. Meanwhile, mid, we see a fight happen. I do see this often. We got a dead Bane here very soon. Mirana trying to get the damage off. She's not going to be able to get it. Rubik did still arrow. He does miss his arrow because of telekinesis, ironically. And this Rubik will be going down here to the Mirana. She's going to go ahead and leap forward, get herself a little bit extra attack speed. And that is going to be the death of Rubik. And Bane, he's going to actually be going down to the Batroid, who did blink forward for him. He wants him. He wants to kill him. Does get the kill. Bane trying to deny himself. Not going to be able to get the Nightmare off fast enough. And he actually didn't have mana for it. I don't know what I think he's trying to go for the Enfeeble. But this middle tower is going to be going down. And Alchemist is still farming down bottom. So Corey's obviously playing the farming simulator. I don't know if you guys know about it, but Dota does have different versions of the game. There's one called the Loading Page Simulator. There's one called the Denied Queue Simulator. There's also the, of course, Farming Simulator. And then there's the Tower Deny Simulator. So very nice tower deny coming from Uptown Baby. You're going to be able to TP out. Bristle can't really do anything but just go away. I think that's a really nice use of that Naga Siren ulti, because otherwise what is she going to use it for? We also had enough time for these guys to rotate around the backside. Batroid does not have enough mana for his lasso, but if he pops his magic wand, he just might have enough mana. And talk about this camera work, guys. Man, this is throwing me off, because like usually on the pan thing, I'm used to like holding it down and letting it scroll casually in one direction. But it's catching for me, so I feel like I'm on a tablet again. On tablets. Meanwhile, mid, we see Rubik eating a whole bunch of damage. Does steal himself a nice little Star Storm, and Mirana not able to finish off. Razor able to finish off on the backside. Actually, no, Mirana does get the kill. Razor's going to be able to steal a whole bunch of damage from Mirana. Mirana going to be going down, and so trying to leap on the high ground, but not going to be able to get there. Had a nightmare before it happened, and then dies. It's a right clicks. Oh my god, dash shackle shot is all I gotta really say. Uptown Baby, gonna go ahead and back away. TP coming in for Batroid. Batroid to blink daggers up. He blinks forward. He throws out the lasso. Tries to pull himself a nice little one run away, but does get hit with the Nightmare coming up from Bane. So really nice plays coming up from both sides. I do think that, well, it was just a good play from both sides, really. I mean, yeah, sure, Bane's play was better because one run was not dead. But then again, Batroid being able to TP in, blink forward, and try to get that lasso anyway, just force these guys to rotate and respect his authority, as Cartman would say. Just kind of, it's kind of cool. And Bristle, he is going for what looks to be a pipe insight, or maybe just a casual Hood of Defiance, just so he just doesn't die from the damage coming out from Batroid's Firefly or Crystal Maiden's whatever she throws out. Speaking of things getting thrown out, Mirana arrow does fly, does miss everything. And she will have another one in the next 10 seconds, because Mirana is quite the arrow whittler. I think that's what you would call it. So items, oh wait, hold on, before we do that, nope, sorry. Well, there we go. Right, these guys are getting a little bit too close. Naga's ulti is not up for another 54 seconds. It will be up soon, and Bane's actually going to go ahead and get hit with it. arrow from Mirana. Mirana popping the ulti around the backside. DotA, if you have vision of this, and Rubik does steal the ulti from Mirana. They do know about it now, but Rubik having that ulti is going to be really nice to see how it plays out. The fight's going to happen on the backside. We got Bane eating a whole bunch of damage. He's not dead just yet. Meanwhile, we got somebody coming forward. Who's that? Razor coming forward. Arrow from Mirana. Does hit on top of Bristleback. These guys do need to focus it down. They want to focus it down. Now we got the Rubik throwing out the Mirana ulti. Help these guys disengage the fight or just scare the crap or scare these guys on back away, back home. Middle tower taking a whole bunch of damage. Naga's on ulti, not up for another 16 seconds, but it will be up soon. Just in time for the next team fight. If you guys do want to fight, Bristol looking like he want to be froggy. He wants to jump. He's gonna go ahead and get hit with a nice little net. Rubik did steal something. I didn't see what it was, but it was something important. It was another arrow. He does steal the arrow. Does get hit. We got Barrow with the ulti on top of Rubik. Rubik getting pulled to the high ground. Bane Nightmare stopping the Barrow. I don't know what's going on anymore. Oh my gosh. Telekinesis from Rubik on top of Alchemist onto the high ground. And now Rubik trying to run away. He should be going down one way or another too. The damage coming his way. He does finally go down. And the Gran Magus is dead. Middle tower's dead as well. And here comes Corey, guys. His armor's up. He's ready to fight. He said, hey bro, I got HP. I got strength for days. Let's do this. He's able to get everything he wants and more. So only 4,000 gold for Alchemist. I would not be surprised at all if he went straight up for an AC, which I think would be a really nice item to go for, especially versus someone like a Bristleback. Bristleback, I don't think Bristleback has a lot of armor because of his. Oh, never mind, he has a lot of armor. Whoa, okay. I'm sorry. Look out, we got a badass over here. Bristleback over there with all of that armor. Alchemist having that AC would be really nice for his attack speed output. And also it'd be really nice for Bristleback, just, you know, making him have less armor. So that basically means that it takes less right clicks to actually kill him. That said, Bristle probably still doesn't give any cares because he has that Bristleback. I mean, that's his name. It's in his name. It's really good to have when you're trying to run away from somebody. And if Alchemist is trying to hit up on top of Bristleback, after the initial stun duration goes out, Bristle's just gonna be running away, throw a snot, and just keep running. Alchemist can't do anything to keep up. So AC. Probably not the wisest, or still a really good choice for pushing towers, still a really good choice for just general team fight, but I don't think it'll be able to help him get the kill on top of Bristleback just yet. Soon though. Arrow from shotgun from Windrunner does fly, and Nagastorm popping the ulti, panicking a little bit. She didn't necessarily have to pop it. I don't think it was any AoE to actually stop her. Windrunner did have a power shot. Yeah, she did have a power shot, so that was, I guess, a slight risk. I guess a slight risk for, oh no, Bristleback, right, of course. Bristleback has all AoE. Meanwhile, in the jungle, the mighty jungle. Nicely done. Mirana sings tonight. Bane does go down in the jungle because Mirana just showed up casually. I would sing that for you guys, but you guys don't want to hear me sing. You guys don't want to hear me sing. And yeah, okay, so levels are still over there. We see the levels, level 11 for 3 people on the rating side, the 3 cores, Barrett, Mirana, and Alchemist. I would like to see a level 11 on Naga, but I mean, she's not there yet. She's just support. She's been roaming around quite a bit, but having the ulti on a lower cooldown is really, really useful for having those fights happen sooner and sooner. Because those fights are going to be happening sooner and sooner. And Barrett going for a very interesting item, going for that Necronomicon. And with that, on that note, let's look at everybody else's items because I see another interesting item on the map right now. And that is, of course, the mechanisms up on Razor. Meanwhile, we got somebody getting caught in a nice little bit of fire. That is a Razor popping that mechanism that I spoke before. Rubik stole, I think, stole Casket. Probably not what he wants. Oh no, he's still sticking napalm. Even worse. But ironically, when Barrett gets hit with sticky napalm, he does very badly. It's like poetic justice. Everybody does bad with the slow turn rate, but Barrett does especially bad because he really does need to turn around to do things. Like throw a sticky napalm or throw a casket or pop a ulti. So Rubik might want to hold on to that sticky napalm for a little bit. Just because.
Dire's top tower.
Ping's coming on the map. Alchemist did go for that straight up AC, like I said before, just to help him out deal with Bristle, but it'll help him out overall with pushing, it'll help him out overall with his survivability. So it's not a horrible choice. And he also has an armlet as well, so he'll have the strength to actually help him protect something. Shaco comes up from Winter and does miss, and now we got Mirana on the corner, popping her ulti, just trying to keep these guys to go, or keep these guys to go away. Chris Manning coming forward, her ulti's up, she might just pop, she will be popping, Bristleback's gonna be coming to the middle, but popping cools everywhere, a lot of damage coming to these guys, but not enough. Bristleback needs more HP. Meanwhile, somebody just died, I didn't see who it was. No, okay, never mind, just one person died. Mirana ulti did disengage the fight, Naga saw her ulti's up in 40 seconds, she really wish she had the time for it, but she doesn't have, ain't nobody got time for all that. We got Rubik waiting around the corner. Alchemist does stun himself up. Rubik does see him. Telekinesis from Rubik can't come through. It will come through. Bane Nightmare as well. A little bit redundant, I will say that much, but hey, just guys were trying to act at the spur of the moment, and they do get the kill on top of Alchemist. A big target for them to go for. Now Bristle's going to throw the snout up Mirana. Mirana's going to go down to a right click from Rubik. Rubik still something from Mirana. Oh, sorry, Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden gets frostbitten by the Rubik, and Rubik gets frostbitten by the Crystal Maiden. Meanwhile, Nagasaren's in the jungle, wishes her song was up right now. Just these 10 more seconds. They're trying to run away desperate. She might be forced to pop it just to get out, but looks like they will be far enough away to do what they gotta do to GTFO, but they should have GTFOE. It was just GTFO earlier. But anyway, hindsight's 2020, guys. Hindsight is definitely 2020, and it looks like it really did look like that the Radiant had a better time dealing with that. But just the rotations coming in from the Dire, able to help them get everything they wanted. And speaking of things that they wanted, the Dire are going to might be able to get this kill on top of Mirana. And Bristleback turning his back, said nope. Gonna go ahead and run on out. Shackle shot from Winner does not latch. Arrow from Mirana does go through. It will land on top of somebody. No, these guys do Delta split. And it's perfect because it's nice little. It was literally a Delta split going on right there. Nice little triangle. Winner again caught inside the jungle. Or sorry, gonna be in the jungle. Not gonna be spotted out. Alchemist not able to move fast enough. Wishes he had a Shadow Blade right now, or Phase Boots. But I do like this build coming out from Corey though. It's a little bit. It's a lot more stable. This sounds like a Shadow Blade Alchemist, in my honest opinion, mainly because he actually has something to survive the fights. Now that said, he does still die pretty fast because he's Alchemist. He doesn't have extra HP now, no more. They didn't nerf that from him, they just gave him Crazy Regen. Speaking of Crazy Regen, up top we got Barrow to give himself a nice little lasso on top of this Razor, who does have himself a mechanism which is reaching enough, but he doesn't have mana for it. He's going to be going out, still a damage from Barrow. The Barrow says, bro, I don't care. Through the fire and the flames, you will not carry on. And that is a dead Razor. And speaking of things that are dead, top tower does go down. Alchemist feeling pretty happy about all the gold that he just got himself. He might get himself something pretty, not too sure. Nightmare was thrown on top of Crystal Maiden, and Potato on that Crystal Maiden really not going to do much for her team. Her ulti is going to do a whole bunch of damage, I'll give her that. But as far as getting into a good position to actually use it, good luck is all I can say. Alchemist coming forward, charging up a stun, trying to see if he can get on top of somebody. He will be able to get on top of two people, not just one person. Rubik and Nagasaren did throw a nice little Riptide to help him out as well. Double kill for the Mirana and Insto, feeling great. The tower is getting pinged. They're trying to kill this tower. The Dire don't have anybody here to actually come to defend. Bristle's a little bit far away. And even if he does come through, he's just coming to show up and die. And Spaces actually might be in a little trouble. Arrow from Mirana does fly, does miss, and stun from Alchemist does come through though. Meanwhile, Mirana trying to run away, she leaks away, able to make it out of that one. Corey on that Alchemist is going to be able to back away as well. Like, oh my gosh, these guys are still trying to run away. What is going on? Crystal Maiden ulti going to be in charge of this side. It's a perfect spot for her to pop it as well. These guys can't really find her. We got Bud Slot on that Razor getting caught in the bud right now. We got we got Bristleback almost going down. He will be going down finally to the Barrow. Barrow does get hit with the shackle. Not going to be enough. Nagasaren does throw out the net. It does catch one person. That's a Bane dead as well. 3 people dead at the end of all that. I know, right? Necronomicon uses. It's going to catch himself a Ruby. But at least Windrunner got himself a kill on top of Barrow. And a double kill for 2 people. Double kill for Windrunner. Double kill for Crystal Maiden. And more fights coming on. Urkin trying to make the best out of what he's facing, but it's a Necrobook level 3 chasing him. And what Necrobook level 3 basically means is, well, that's a lot of de-warding right there. That means all of these wars, all these beautiful wars that, oh jeez. All these beautiful wars they have right there. Actually, I almost by the timeout. That was by the timeout too. But basically, no more map vision for these guys. That's what Necrobook level 3 usually spells for the team who's trying to turtle, or who's forced to turtle right now because the other team is just so far ahead. And speaking of being so far ahead, let's go and take a look at how far ahead these guys are. 15k gold in favor of StayFree on the Radiant side, so they're doing really well above Sorry Me Feeder. Moving over to the XP graph. As I always say about the XP graph is relatively irrelevant because the longer along the game goes on, the closer and closer that converges to 0. But it's still a really nice indicator where everybody is at this current point in time. And as you guys can see, I mean, StayFree, they got all the XP in the world. They've been getting all the kills, they've been getting all the farm, they've been getting whatever they wanted in every which way they wanted it. And I do mean that very explicitly. Because that is pretty much what's been going on so far. We got Naga going to go ahead and TP out. Uptown Baby saying, nope, I'm not going to stay here anymore. Does TP out, saves herself a song as well, and she's level 11. Says level 2 of the song. Actually, no, I take it back. She spent her points. Sad. No level 2 song, guys. She did decide to max out the mirror image for the extra damage. And the extra scouting ability, I guess. Which you can add to that. So as far as the items go, we can see that Nagasaren did build herself a Vladimir's Offering. Really good item for support to pick up because it does give her some armor, it does give her some regen, it does give her the AoE for her carries to have without taking up a slot in Alchemist's inventory. Now of course Alchemist and Nagasaren are the only two who can really use it. as far as the lifesteal goes, but as far as the extra damage goes, everybody can take advantage of that. Morana will love that damage, and also Alchemist, he would definitely love that extra 15% damage that he'll get from the aura of a Vladimir's offering. As far as the rest of the items go, we see Alchemist, he's going for a straight up heart, or maybe a, yeah, just a heart. Because if that was a Helmet of Dominator, I would question that. Especially when you have that much regen at a level, on the level 15 Alchemist. 100 HP regen, if I'm not mistaken, was this ulti. Nope, 75. Anyway, you can see it right there. It's pretty much like he's standing in the fountain right now. Speaking of things, or sorry, never mind. Bad transition. We got dead, insta-dead Bane. And now we got Bristle trying to run away. Space trying to find himself some space to run away. Barrett, luckily his ulti is already down on cooldown. Space does throw out the snide. He's going to go ahead and turn the fight on how Barrett Zai is in a lot of trouble. I hear Nagasar ulti. I thought I did, but I didn't. We got Barrett going to be going down. Nagasar way too far away to help her team out. She is on the other half of the map. These guys are doing Roshan. Roshan will be going down for these guys. But down the curves was used. And now we got Razor. Not sure what Razor's trying to do, but he looks like he's trying to go for Zalman. Bristleback, he did get really low. Wow. Who's chasing him? Oh, was that from the bat? I think that was from the Bat Rider. So all that ends. Nagasar ulti does get popped. It is a level 2. Oh gosh, I hate that. Jeez. Sorry guys, camera issues. Jeez. Oh, my smooth scroll. There we go. It's good up there. Alright, now think about it, let me go ahead and do this. Let me see if I can do this. Let's see, game. No interface.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There we go, smooth dragon spectate. I knew it wasn't crazy, guys. Oh my god, thank you, that's so much better. Jeez, I can follow now. Alright, there we go. Got it, guys. Alchemist gets shackled to a tree. Corey in a lot of trouble. He's going to be getting hit with some snot, and he's going to be taking a whole bunch of damage. He's going to turn around. Says, bro, I got HP for days. Pops his ulti. He is level 16, if I'm not mistaken. And no, yeah, he is level 16, so he does have that regen. We got Crystal Maiden pop her ulti on the side. She does catch herself a few people, and now we got Razor trying to chase a Crystal Maiden. Potato trying to GTFO out of it. Meanwhile, Inso is trying to go back in for the fight. Butt Slut going to be going down to the Alchemist, who does catch him in the butt. Obviously, Space trying to go for the kills on Crystal Maiden. Does get the kill. Zai coming forward. Does have his lasso up if he needs it, but it looks like they won't need it. Just kills Bristle, who's getting caught every which way. Does go down, and that was pretty much their last hope for a good team fight, and that did end in a very, very, very fantastic, bad fashion for everybody. Barra does bleed forward, does try to get himself something going on. Rubik, D2 Sheriff does throw out Telecom. He steals himself something. I think he stole himself a sticky napalm. Probably not the best things for him to steal, but he's throwing it back. Actually, no, he's out of mana. Sad. He's out of mana, so he couldn't really do it. And now we got Mirana getting caught with the Nightmare from Bane. Barrett getting caught with the. Sorry, Barrett getting caught in the Nightmare. Actually, no. Fiend's Grip, right, Fiend's Grip. Barrett got caught in the Fiend's Grip. Morana got caught in the Nightmare. Bane's going to actually get put into the worst possible spot, so he just had a Nightmare, literally, with the way that he just died. Alchemist coming forward. His heart is finished. He's ready to fight. He's ready to go. Bloodslide trying to take that damage, taking a whole bunch of damage, but not enough damage to survive. You must construct additional pylons. I haven't said that in a while. And GG's do come through, guys. That will be the end of the game. StayFree winning this game in a very convincing fashion. I still is very hopeful for the for the Bristleback to come through and deliver as far as the carry goes, but he just was not able to get the items that he needed, and Alchemist got them a little bit too fast. Which is, like I said, guys, returning back to what I said at the very beginning of the game. Alchemist is one of those carries who can hit his stride a little bit earlier, or a lot earlier than a lot of other carries because of his golden income. So anyway, I'll go ahead and cut it there. Enough analysis for this game. That was StayFree versus Sorry Me Feeder. So Sorry Me Feeder are knocked out for this week, but StayFree will be moving over to the next round. So, my name's CulBlu. I hope you guys enjoyed the match, and I'll see you guys whenever.